Cześć.
We'll have none of that, you hear?
Warm as dragon's breath!
You don't think it's infected, do you?
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, source hunter.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face furious.
Oh, what now? Yes. Have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, let's...
Question crossed her lips and ached an air of aptitude.
Hey, Cal, I think that was an insult.
Don't pay attention to these things. You'll only encourage it. You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes. I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful... We've been conducting a series... Lieutenant Selenia at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second-in-command. But rest assured... Now, I said... And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, Source Hunter. A gift. I shall be very glad to share what information... If ever we want to be victorious... 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse... The burial mounds, and the old... There's a lighthouse to the west. The locals say it's haunted, and there are ancient... local archaeologists. There's a church. All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. So I did. The chances of survival during these... The undead. The bravest among my men and women tell me they are weaker in the west and stronger in the east. So I suggest you head westward if you want to flex your muscles and test the waters before blindly diving to your death.
Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly will be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting them down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, screech woman. The beast speaks, so you have a brain behind that feral wall, have you? The cretin's question crossed her lips and ached an air of aptitude.
Hey, no, I think that was an insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast fairies. You'll only encourage it. You don't think it's infected, do you?
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You... No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It... Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become... better. To become...
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Quite right. Adventure is what we live...
See here. You and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill... too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soul.
Riches do not interest me much, actually.
Really? I wouldn't mind earning...
Well, don't quarrel about it on my account. Still, if a matter is defined... Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes.
There is no shame in following directives if your masters are worthy of your trust.
True enough. We serve a just cause.
Come now. I refuse to believe such a uniquely skilled individual would settle for a puppet's role. Life's too short to spend it, and that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has... Ah, the fabulous five. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course. What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow. Now, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight, of course. Should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five and thereby draw new knights, by now the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like work hard, fulfill contracts, enlist new knights, and of course, all you need to do is sign this waiver and...
This Fabulous Five business sounds too good to be true. I'm going to pass.
Agreed. You came on a little bit too strongly there, buddy.
Oh, how frightfully disappointing. How illogical and short-sighted of you. To deny the Fabulous Five. It is a crime against reason and humanity. Opportunity knocks. Ah, you return and humble me with your presence. They call the undead a problem, my friend, but Mendius at your service.
Hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly? Back, demon! Back or I'll... Well, what's this? I'll tell you, it sure does me good. You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross... Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And see, I'm here on well, let's call it a loan from it. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their haunt. I came south seeking the Legion's help. Only to find it tied here and by the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for... I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me for miles, but I'd lost him. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, I've been scouting Cecile for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator. Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now, and the orcs up...
A fantastic plan. With 3 source hunters working in tandem, we'll put
Another source hunter.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sorcerer in a 100-mile radius, shaking in his wee boots.
The fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge. They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've got to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing all swollen in saffrons, I dare say.
Pointless chatter with strangers does. How curious of you to show interest in a... Can I tell you? I suppose I can. And I could. But why would I turn my attention...
Greetings, traveller. And make what's in a name, dear friend? For we all begin equal in the conduit's eyes, and only through great deeds may... You mean you haven't heard? Ah! What fortune that I may share the Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed by following her instructions and becoming initiated into the... For this hallowed information, you must seek there. among her followers. She shall go on the path.
Have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled hunter's
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder. Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is...
Source was in play here, all right, but that doesn't solve the mystery.
I think it would be wise to inspect the councillor's corpse and see what clues we can find.
Might need to blow this one open.
You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store.
It's official. The Duke of Ferrol is the worst poet in Riverlond.
In his defense, not much rhymes with murder.
goblin.
Tomatoes?
Actually, I think that's only roast pig.
Yes, of course. This time.
Well, what's this I've spotted? Maybe the lock can be jimmied.
We'll have none of that, you hear? To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter? Yes, yes. If that's how we're referring to the... She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can... She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing. But she won't let me take the... She claims to have gotten the relic from a little utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly... Certainly, what would you like to know? The counsellor. Terrible loss, that. Though we were... From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife, Esmeralda, I've applied myself to that problem. I declare it an act of the Almighty's. Well, she's so... I expect she'll be another family restored. Thank me. It was I. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sicile of late.
Thank you eternally for your help. Though your reaction to the healings, that's strange.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter?
Boats. Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. Word that I am Septimus, 7th son in a household of 9. Legionnaire Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all... You claim to possess evidence that implicates... Let me have a quick read. Wait, what? There's another... I mean... She had an admirer who wanted her to kill her husband, then so fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Riverrun, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. She's steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought before me. And I hold no... And what questions are those?
You there, cut it out!
My, what a strong and handsome officer you are.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Still thinking about exploring the beach? You're free to go. I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. I'll bring some backup if I were you. Of course, I certainly hope.
Look alive, my good man. This gate'll be short work for a well-equipped contingent of orcs.
Gdzieś to było wyjście na 5. poziom. Nie wiem.
A good day to you.
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
Sigurd, grant me swiftness.
Fajne umiejętności. W sumie. Tylko że to się wyleczy, to nie ma sensu na razie. Teraz trzeba wyjechać. Chyba zepsułem, bo teraz mam... w ogóle nie mam umiejętności.
You look, but you cannot see.
hell you'll soon inhabit.
Jest tu jakieś podświetlenie tego, bo tutaj...
Dynamic force!
Ty, no nie fajnie.
Please, assess me, friends!
I need another chance!
Try to resist this, worm! Stone storm!
Co ja zrobiłem?
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities.
It's easy enough to gain new strength when one is carrying an entire team on one's shoulders.
Have no fear, my friend. I'm...
Dużo marzycie. Nie ma co. Co tak będę co walkę teraz biegał? Do leczenia.
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter.
Heavenly herring! Delicious dogfish! Yours for a scrap of gold each!
Far? To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter?
Who's here?
Oh, hello, love. Nice day for a little stroll around the market.
Sorry, but I haven't the time for chatter. The dead are on the prowl, the council has been murdered, and now source hunters are encouraging petty theft. The few honest amongst us are swimming against the stream, I'll tell you what.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond.
Dobra, idziemy tam. Nie ma co.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff. Not in the mood for cheese.
Good luck out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond Siseal's ramparts.
My target dances in shadows.
No niedobrze. Czuję dętkę. No to już jest Lipton. Na kacu nie myślę, chyba będzie trzeba zmienić grę po prostu. Zrobimy wyjścia po angielsku.